Hi everyone, and welcome to the Timeless History channel with me, Derek, aka Sal, the Omega Enthusiast. As you can see, one of my main goals for this channel is to upload as many videos as possible on the countless amount of vintage Omega references I can get my hands on. This will allow anyone globally to access my channel and use it as an online Omega reference database. I want to share a few rare and uncommon Omega references in this episode. So without further ado, let's get started. This first piece is a 1968 Omega Geneve Grand Sport with an exquisite racing rally dial created for the Canadian market. The dial has a black and white checker ribbon reminiscent of the flag used at the finishing line of car races. This watch has two versions, one with manual wind and one with automatic movement, like this example. The model reference of this watch is 165.041, which was mass-produced from the late 1960s to the early 1970s. However, Omega made over a dozen different dial variations, and this version is the rarest of them all. And because of this reason, it is worth many times more than one with a regular dial. The solid stainless steel case measures 34.5 millimeters, excluding the crown, by 40.6 millimeters from lug to lug. This timepiece originally came with a rally checker pattern strap, which is rare to find at the watch. Unscrew the back, and inside is an Omega caliber 552 automatic movement with 24 jewels. You will find a metal ring inside the back that applies pressure and position the movement holder when the case is closed. Without this ring, the movement inside will be unstable. If you go through my past videos, a few episodes cover these rare oversized solid gold square Omega references. I'm always searching to find more, and recently I stumbled across another extremely rare example, which I am super excited to share with you guys. This piece is made of 18K solid gold on the reference OT14609 and is an Omega Deluxe automatic watch. I've only seen two other examples. One was sold in 2010 at a Christie's auction, and the second in white gold in the Omega Museum Creation section. Creation Omega watches are unique and distinctive and are most likely to be produced in limited quantities. This piece dates back to 1952 and retains its original factory finish dial and signed crystal. I usually do not buy a watch with a polished case, but I couldn't pass up on this piece when it was offered to me, or I would miss the opportunity to include it in my videos. The case measures 31.3 millimeters across, excluding the crown, by 41.1 millimeters from lug to lug. It carries an Omega caliber 342 bumper automatic movement. If you find this piece fascinating, click the link above after watching this video to watch an episode I made on another creation piece under reference OJ14607. A few years ago, I made a video on a popular jumbo-sized Constellation introduced in 1962 under reference 168.001. I'll leave a link to that episode in the description box below. In this episode, I would like to share a less common jumbo-sized Constellation under reference 14777, the predecessor of 168.001. These jumbo-sized Constellation watches were mainly sold in the Japanese market. Due to the more humid climate of Japan, many of these Constellations do not survive to this day or are heavily aged. It is truly fortuitous to come across an example in such excellent condition. Reference 14777 was introduced in 1961 and lasted until 1962, when it was replaced by 168.001, which lasted until 1966. This reference was only made available in solid steel or gold-capped over steel like this piece. The case measures 37 millimeters across, excluding the crown, by 45.5 millimeters from lug to lug. Because of its large size, the lug width measures 19 millimeters. The automatic movement with a calendar feature is an Omega caliber 561 with 24 jewels. Watch number 4 is an Omega reference 2705, introduced in 1954. I've only seen them in solid stainless steel or 80 micron gold plated. This example dates to 1955 and is possibly the nicest I've seen. This reference is known for its large face and distinctive teardrop lugs. The large size wears nicely on most wrist sizes. The case measures 35.3 millimeters across, excluding the crown, by 43 millimeters from lug to lug. Unlike the natural original shine that you can see on this watch, the few others I've seen are polished or the gold plating has turned dull. It is a manual wind watch powered by an Omega caliber 266 movement, so it is important that the crown must be in great shape or it can make hand winding difficult. Notice the dial on this watch has some stain left by the radium burn from the hands resting in the same position for decades. This is probably why the watch remains immaculate after all these years. If you own a similar piece with the small second feature, install a low dome crystal instead of a regular dome crystal so the watch looks more appealing. This next piece is truly an attractive piece that dates to 1949. Since the case is made of 9K gold and the case maker is Dennison, they indicate this timepiece to be specially made and sold in the UK market. The case reference is 13337 and is in immaculate condition. The double ring bezel is also a unique feature. Of course, the most beautiful feature of this watch is its rare sector dial. And since it is a timepiece from the 1940s, it is common for the original crown to be unsigned. So I don't know how long this reference was produced, but it is definitely less common than the other Dennison's references I've seen. Leaf-type hands and the blue steel second hand were commonly used throughout the 1940s. This timepiece case dimensions measures 33.5 millimeters, excluding the crown, by 40.6 millimeters from lug to lug. And when you snap open the back and inside is an Omega manual wind 283 movement, a successor caliber of the 30T2. Sometimes a nice looking timepiece is as simple as something like this, a time-telling only watch with an exceedingly attractive and pristine waffle texture dial. This is a 1955 Omega Gents watch under case reference CK2826 in a solid stainless steel case. This watch gold and steel combination provides a new dimension to its attractiveness. Frankly speaking, the overall condition of any watch plays a significant role in its appearance. Like the previous piece, this reference also has an Omega caliber 283 manual wind movement. The case measures 34 millimeters in diameter, excluding the crown, by 42.3 millimeters from lug to lug. Notice something different about the set of hands between this and the previous piece? The second hand is the same tone as the hour and minute hands instead of in blue steel. Gold-plated watch cases produced in the mid-20th century are highly durable compared to later and modern-day gold-plated cases. The gold plating on this watch is 80 micron thick. Whereas today's watches are mainly 5 to 10 microns, and if you're lucky, 20 microns. This Omega automatic watch under reference 2865 dates to 1957. And if I am correct, this reference was introduced as early as 1955. It has a double reference sign case, meaning the same watch may come with the center second feature under reference 2865 or the small second feature under reference 2862. A case showing two references was quite common throughout the mid to late 1950s, and usually for the same reason related to the second hand position. This reference measures 32.5 millimeters excluding the crown by 40.5 millimeters from lug to lug. And the automatic movement it carries is an Omega caliber 501 with 19 jewels or 20 jewels depending on the production year. And here you can see inside the case back the double sign model reference number. Most pre-1945 Omega watches do not have the model reference number engraved inside the back. Instead, you will only find a case serial number. So initially, I could not identify the model reference number of this last piece. But after spending a fair amount of time searching through books, old catalogs, and online resources, in the end, I found out that this watch model reference is CK2102 and dates to 1938. It is a classic timepiece, and there was no way I would give up finding its model number if I were going to feature it in this episode. It is a manual 1 watch with an Omega caliber 26.5 SOB movement, a good quality movement introduced before the caliber 30T2 and used since the early 1920s. From the few examples I've seen of a CK2102, I've not encountered one in gold. This case dimension measures 33 millimeters across, excluding the original unsigned crown, by 38.5 millimeters from lug to lug. Please comment below. Have you seen, own, or come across any of these 8 Omega watches in the past? Which is your favorite of the 8 featured in this video? As always, I hope you enjoyed this episode and learned something new. If you have any question, please do not hesitate to ask them in the comment section below. Don't forget to support the channel by clicking on that thumbs up and consider subscribing. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.